without programs like Strive, I wouldn't have been able to get an education and move on to college. It's hard, really hard.
Charities across Canada need our support. Often they can't afford certain products and services because they just don't have the money. This limits their impact on the communities that they serve. Most businesses have idle inventory sitting on their shelves, or they have slower periods throughout the year where they just aren't busy. What if we could take this extra stuff and time and make it work for these charities? Not possible? Just sit back and watch. This is BarterPay It Forward.
The balance between
Balancing school, jobs, work, schoolwork, everything. Your friendships with friends.
the care that your son is receiving, is that while you're at school, is that kind of one less thing that's on
that I
your
have to worry
mind?
about? It's one less big thing and one less big weight lifted off my shoulders.
So just wanted to stop in and chat about your whole experience with BarterPay and BarterPay It Forward. But first I wanted to chat about sort of what is Strive Niagara? What do you guys do, and what's your story basically? Yeah.
At Strive, we support young student parents who are going back to school to get their education. We provide a variety of supports for them. One is licensed childcare. We are right now in one of the licensed childcare rooms. And the main piece is so they get their education so that they can move forward with their life.
Totally. It's such great work.
And I would say Strive. You're helping young mums and you're helping people strive for a better future and strive to succeed.
Recently, you guys had a washroom renovation that you needed taken care of here at the building.
Yes. We identified that the washrooms were quite outdated.
And you learned about BarterPay. We also learned about our BarterPay It Forward program, which is our charitable sort of social impact enterprise.
Well, I actually did see BarterPay on LinkedIn.
Oh, did you? Okay,
Yes,
good.
Yeah, and I was quite fascinated with it.
Right.
I do like to get a good deal when I'm trying to get work done around the building or services for the agency.
Hi, Debbie here. Normally I'd be behind the camera doing all the filming, which is actually where I like to be, but I needed to take a little sidebar here to let you know what's really going on. Strive Niagara is an amazing charity that helps teen moms, as you saw just now. They need bathrooms. They would rather, obviously, not put money out for bathrooms if they can actually help it. Why would they? They reached out to us at BarterPay It Forward for help. Our mission is to get them bathrooms without them having to actually spend money, like I just said. We have a barter system called BarterPay that is made up of thousands of businesses across Canada who are all looking to buy and sell their stuff or time. I call them little Pac-Men, which is why there's Pac-Man on the screen over there. We need to find one person to donate that stuff, like I said, into the system, and then all the little Pac-Men will buy it up using credits called trade dollars instead of actual cash. Then we need to find a renovation company who will actually be able to do the bathroom renovation through barter, again, instead of cash. The contractor will need to take trade dollars as payment instead of cash. I know I'm saying cash a lot instead of actual money and actual cash. I'm just trying to make a point so that you understand this is barter and not actual money. I know you're smart, very smart. I'm just going to recap. First, we have to find the business owner or person who can donate into the system, gets eaten by the Pac-Man, and then we have to find a renovation company who's willing to do the renovation, accept those trade dollars instead of cash, and do the renovation for Strive Niagara. Okay, so now that we cleared that up, let's get going.
So my uncle had spent years building this Cobra kit car.
Right.
It was a passion of his to kind of take a car that he had really admired for all these years, work on it. He was a handy guy, and he built this Cobra convertible. It was a 1966 red, sharp-looking car.
Right.
So unfortunately, he got some cancer and he passed away this summer. So I was the executor of the estate, had to deal with a lot of things, selling the house and the boat and a car. And I ended up posting it on Facebook, and that's how you saw it there. And when you saw my Facebook ad and messaged me, of course, I was intrigued. Just in our conversation, you had mentioned that you could have a charity through the BarterPay It Forward. And the beauty of that is I kind of viewed it as a win-win, where you can, help out Canadian charities, and it can solve the problem of selling the car if there was interest.
Well, and even from a mathematical standpoint, the fact that you were liquidating all these assets, there was tax exposure already in the estate.
Yes.
So it made sense that to not only get the donation receipt, which would have a tax benefit, but like you said, maybe the bigger thing was even the good feeling that the kids could have being able to pay it forward and actually donate to charity in that timely way. So
exactly.
Yeah.
Bye.
Hey, do you want to go check out the car?
Oh, totally, man.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Come on, it's down here.
It's a great looking place here you got.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
Yeah. Oh man, look at that.
Yeah, it's pretty
Everything looks better in a garage when it's a sports car.
I love stuff in the 60s and the 70s.
Yeah.
And once this came up on the auction, I just knew I had to have it. Like, I saw it and there was no way nothing was going to stop me getting this car.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, especially because it was a BarterPay auction, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So no cash had to leave the bank. We can talk about that in a second. We're sitting down with James Mink here today. He's a real estate professional in the Burlington, Oakville area. Hey, James, how's it going? First, maybe just tell us a bit about what you do for a living.
Sure. Yeah, I'm a real estate professional. I service the Gold Horseshoe. We connect people with their dream homes or help them sell them and find the next one.
Awesome. And what James does for us through BarterPay is as a member of BarterPay, he's now registered as a client. So other business owners who are part of BarterPay can hire James and his team to list their home, and he'll trade the listing commission through the BarterPay system and take that fee in trade dollars versus Canadian dollars. So that's how he's able to partake in the system. So okay, so let's talk about the fun part. The day this car comes up on the BarterPay auction, obviously you saw it, and you had to have it.
Yeah, so I saw it pop up, and I'd been looking for a while for an old classic car.
Yeah.
And this one, when I saw this one, I knew I had to have it. It was really one of the first auctions I had done, so I wasn't sure how it was going to go, but logged on, put a bid in there that I thought was a reasonable starting bid, and then it just kind of was sitting back and waiting. And every day I was checking, like every 10 minutes. I was going on, I was like, what's going on with this? What's going on with this?
So tell us the day the auction closed. Where were you, and what was your reaction to this whole?
I was in Brawny at a restaurant, and I was sitting there with a friend, just catching up over lunch and talking a little bit of business and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And the auction was coming to a close. I was just like pulling it out of my pocket and checking every once in a while.
Right.
And then all of a sudden there was a notification that somebody had bid higher, and that was about maybe like a half an hour to go, I think.
Wow.
And so I was freaking out, and then all of a sudden there was a notification, an email popped up. And I literally, it was like the movies. I jumped up and I was like, yeah! In the middle of the restaurant. And it literally, everybody stopped and like, what is the matter with this guy?
That's hilarious.
Even I scared the heck out of the person I was with. And she's like, what are you doing? And I was like, you wouldn't believe it if I told you. I just won a classic car. And she's like, what do you mean? Like, and she thought I was talking like a toy or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, no, like an actual car. And she's like, no, come on. And I showed her the picture and she's like, oh. She was like blown away.
Yeah, that's cool.
But everybody was still like, what the heck's the matter with this guy? Because I was like, I was so giddy for like the next hour.
That's hilarious. That's an awesome story. That's a really good story. The final bid, which was $26,250, those trade dollars went from your account to the seller, and then straight back over to our foundation, BarterPay It Forward Foundation, which then those trade dollars were donated to Strive Niagara. So literally, that's how the whole transaction works. That's awesome. Yeah, it's a really great story. Thanks for sitting down with us.
No problem. Thank you.
And capturing that moment. That was really fantastic. You had a few quotes, or maybe two quotes that you had in hand before you met our person.
Yes.
And so when Eric Vogan from Eco Niagara Construction came in, I mean, his quote, I believe, came in right around the same, or maybe even a little bit less. And then he took I think he took $15,000 off the bill
Yes, he
through
did.
the BarterPay system, right?
Yes,
Yeah, okay.
yeah. Really was a huge savings for us.
And then BrazClean came in here and did all your floors,
Yes.
and that saved you another chunk of money.
Yes.
And so when you combined the savings from the $15,000 for the washroom renovation with the $2,000 or $3,000 on the BrazClean flooring, those monies were able to be repurposed for now. You have an upcoming job and a need with the HVAC system.
Yes, we have actually a very large job coming up, but because we don't have any of the original drawings from the building, we've had to hire an engineer. So the money that we saved through the BarterPay It Forward, we were able to use those funds to support us in hiring that engineer.
Wow.
So it was a win-win for us.
Totally win-win. Hey Eric, I'm John with BarterPay.
Hi, John. How you doing?
You guys, Will, how's it going? Nice to meet you. You guys are with Eco Niagara Construction. So I understand Strive Niagara had some quotes for this project. In fact, I think they had even maybe a grant in place to cover the cost. But once they partnered with the BarterPay It Forward Foundation and had access to the BarterPay trade dollars, obviously it made much more sense to look into the BarterPay community to see if there was a contractor that could take care of the project. So we're so thankful that you guys came along and polished off this bathroom renovation for them in a timely fashion. And I think you took somewhere around $15,000 off the bill in trade dollars, right? And then even later, didn't you guys make a donation too back to the program? Yeah. So that was fantastic. We really appreciate what you guys did there, because you took, I think, $2,500 of your trade dollars and even donated them back to the BarterPay It Forward Foundation, which then got kind of recycled back out to charity. So it was like a double BarterPay It Forward. All right, guys, so thanks for coming out. Really appreciate you guys, what you did here. Check them out online, Eco Niagara Construction. Eric, Will, thanks again, guys. Really appreciate it.
Hi, I'm back. Are you following us so far? We have our trusty diagram here so you can get an idea of what's going on. Strive Niagara needed bathrooms, so they turned to us at BarterPay It Forward for help. Our mission was to get them bathrooms without using money. First, we needed to find a business or a person who could donate their stuff or time. Second, we had to find a business who would be able to do the bathroom renovation through barter. Then we met Bill. He advertised his car through Facebook. We called him and told him he could actually donate the car for a tax receipt. Amazing, isn't it? He doesn't even own a business. He's the executor of a will for a relative of his, and the family was super happy to donate the car and get a tax receipt in return. So Bill sold his car to one of the many Pac-Men in our system, James. His name is James, remember, the real estate agent? And James was so happy to get the car, he freaked out a whole bunch of people in a restaurant. Bill got trade dollars from James for the car. Then Bill turned around and donated the trade dollars to the BarterPay It Forward Foundation. And then we moved it all the way over to Strive Niagara. So now they had trade dollars in their account. They turned around and took the trade dollars and gave them to Eco Niagara, the renovation company for the bathrooms. Now Eco Niagara has the trade dollars. They can take those trade dollars and spend it on things that they need or want in the BarterPay system. It's one big circle, and more wonderful people are donating their stuff and time every day. And there are so many of you generous, wonderful business owners and people who want to do social good. You are real life superheroes. That's what this show is all about. We want to highlight you because we know you are out there. We would love to meet you. The world needs to meet you too.